Hey guys, I'm Dr. Bob, and in this video I'm going to play a game on Tabletop Simulator just to show you what it's like in case you've never played a game on Tabletop Simulator before. And the game we're going to play is Paperback. Now, I am going to play it with Chloe, who unfortunately doesn't have a microphone right now, but she will be joining us. So we're going to do a multiplayer game for two people on a server. And I'm just going to invite her, so I'm going to create the server first. All right, and the game I'm going to open, like I said, is Paperback, so I'm looking for, where is it? It's supposed to be in here somewhere. So once you get enough games, stuff can get a little bit crowded. So let's see. Oh, I guess I don't have Paperback in here. That is weird. Okay, well, I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to install Paperback then. Paperback. Now, I know which version is my preferred one, and it's this one. So I'm gonna subscribe to it. There we go. And that puts it in here. So I pressed Shift and Tab to get out of this. And then I'm gonna load it. Wonderful. Improved layout and ready to play, because that's the way we like it. So it's gonna take a little while to load. In the meanwhile, I'm going to, I'm gonna click the plus button up here, and I'm gonna invite Chloe. Oh my god, you guys have seen all my friends now. And it's asking me that it's asking Tablet wants to open URL to get a Scrabble word finder, which is kind of convenient. So let's just open that. Do we want to randomize all the objects in this zone? That's probably because there's a randomizing zone somewhere. So yeah, let's do it. And it seems that we're going to have to do this 7 times. So let's just randomize, and boom. We have a table for Tabletop Simulator Paperback. And we even have a Scrabble dictionary here. So if you want to look up a word, you can just click in here and check the dictionary, and it should work, I guess. Oh, you have to type a word, so let's do test. Does that even work? Yeah. So you can just type into this thing and then check dictionary. Test, yes, meaning of test. So it's a word that works for Scrabble, as I'm sure you know. So, all right, let's explain Paperback. Chloe's already in here. I don't know. Oh, there's her hand and she's sitting there, so that's wonderful. If you want the rules, you can hover over here, press Alt, and then you can, well, the rules are actually pretty brief, I guess. You can also press Alt and Shift at the same time to look at the back of the page. But is there a way to go through the pages of the rule? I've never actually opened this too much yet, so let's see. 6 rules. Oh, so yeah, it's just multiple pages, so you can just go through them by picking them up as if they're cards, which is a little weird, but... So then we're going to need our starter decks, and I'm just going to pick one out of the bag of starter decks here. So I'm just going to move the deck here, pick one out. So I just have to click and drag quickly. Chloe, how about you try to get one as well there? And you can put the starter deck anywhere you like. I'm just going to put it here, and it's going to have 10 cards in it. So yeah, we should probably start the game. So we're going to shuffle our decks, pressing R while hovering over it. And we want to flip it so that the back is up. And Paperback is a deck building game, so we're going to draw, I think it's 5 cards. Oops. Let's try that again. 5. I could just hover over it and press the 5 button on my keyboard, and that would automatically send 5 cards to my hand, which is kind of convenient. And the goal of the game is that I make a word that is worth the most points as possible. So the amount of points that I'm going to get for each of the cards is the amount listed. Oh, I don't even remember what it's like, but that's probably a good teachable moment. So let's look at the rules real quick and see how that worked again. So go in here. Nope. Ah, here we are. That's what I'm looking for. So the cost for a card is down here and the score is up there. And the ability is down here. So score for the letter V here would be 4 and the cost is 9. Okay, that's good to know. So let's look at my cards. So these are starter cards. So I've got a card that has value 1 for score and it costs 1 to buy. So if I make a word with all the cards in here, I'm going to get 1 for the N, 1 for the T, and 1 for the L. So that would be 3 points, which is great. So I have to come up with a word, though, that has all these letters in there. So I'm going to make a word, and it's going to be T-A-L-O-N, Talon, which apparently the chickens have large of. And maybe I should insert a Napoleon Dynamite reference or something there. But so these are wild cards, but the downside of the wild cards is that they have no points. So That kind of sucks because you want to make points. But anyways, so for this word, I would get 3 points. And with those 3 points, I get to buy from the offer here. And I get to pick whatever cards I like. So this one is worth 2. This one costs 3. And this one's going to cost 4. And this one, so the purple are both 3. And these are both 4. So I kind of can only afford the cards in this area right now. And I think I'm going to go with... maybe I'm going to just go with the I. And I'm just not going to play as efficient, I guess. Another thing to point out really quickly is that if you make a word with 7 letters, those are the common cards, you get to pick up whatever reward card is on this pile. So if I make a word with 7 letters, which is not happening right now, I can pick up the I from that pile, which is really cool because it would also give me victory points. The victory points you get per card, and that's how you win the game, are in the lower right corner. This is probably a terrible explanation of Paperback, but you can read the rules on your own time. I'm just trying to show you how to play it in Tabletop Simulator. So with that, actually, these are the cards that give you the most victory points. Like if you can pick up one of these, you can get 15 victory points. However, it also costs you 17 to actually play. So I'm going to pick up my card that I want and put it with the cards that I already have. And then I'm going to select all of them, press G to put them together, and I'm going to make a little discard pile. And then we're going to see what Chloe is going to do. Because now it's her turn. Ooh. Okay.
That's it.
And the word will be?
Real.
Real. Okay, so for that, Chloe will have gotten 2 points, and she gets to buy a card. She's going to grab the A, and she's going to make a discard pile out of those cards as well by just dragging them over, which is fine. You don't have to use the advanced methods that I'm showing you. All right, then it's my turn again, and I get to draw 5 more cards to my hand again. So pressing 5, getting all of them in my hand, and I got a lot of wild cards for this one. So it doesn't really matter if I use all my cards at this point. There's no tactical advantage, so I could just do Soar or Source. It all goes, but I will get 2 points, and I get to buy a card, which is going to have to be the A because there's nothing else I can afford. Going to select them all, press G, put them on my discard pile, and then it's Chloe's turn again. Ants. And that's going to be the word, and that's going to be worth 3 points. And Chloe's going to take one of the purple cards, I think. I don't think you can afford the yellow ones yet with 3 points.
Oh, that's 4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the entire deck.
God damn it.
So to avoid that scenario, you have to click and drag. Oh no, this is 1 card. I am so sorry. This was just 1 card. You were doing it absolutely right, and I was not being very nice about it. Yep. So you can just put all of them together. And then we get to the point where I only have a discard pile and no deck. So in Paperback, all you do then is you grab your cards, you flip them. So now that's your deck. And then you shuffle it a bunch of times so that you get new cards. So I'm going to draw 5 cards. There we go. Ooh, I got a lot of... Okay, so now I'm going to show you an advanced little trick here. So I'm going to have to come up with a word for this. But yeah, I got something, I think. So here. My word is going to be stain. Now, instead of just dragging these cards out, I'm just going to select all of them from my hand, and I'm going to drag them out in one go, which is a lot easier than just doing it separately, and you can play a lot quicker like that. I actually probably could have made Stalin as well, but it's a rule in Paperback that you can't use any names. It's the Scrabble rules, really, so it has to be a word that would be in the dictionary. But stain is a proper word, and these are worth 2 each. That's awesome. So I get 4 points for these 2 already, and then 1 for T and 1 for N. So that's 6 points. A cracking 6 points. Oh my lord. I get to pick a purple card if I want. So I am going to... Ooh, I do like this one though. I am going to take the N, and I'm going to bring the L down here. Because the N has a special ability. It lets me double the score of an adjacent card when I make a word with it. So right now it's useless because I can't do anything with it, but it'll be very useful in later games. Now, the A and the I, though, they both need to be trashed after use. That's their special ability. So that's unfortunate. We are going to have to get rid of them. So I'm just going to make a little discard pile here where we can see that it's not part of the offering. Grab these cards. All of them, G, and make a discard pile while Chloe is laying out her word. Ooh, slain. That's wonderful. And that word is going to be a value of 5 points for Chloe. Yeah, that's why, whatever. Just gut there, because we can't hear you well. All right, and Chloe is taking the P, which will, what will it let you do? It will, if this is the first letter in a word, so for the next word that she makes with the P, if she puts the P in the front, she gets 2 extra points to spend on the offering. So that's a powerful card as well. All right, my turn. So I'm going to take 5 cards again. And yeah, there's nothing good in here. So just, well, whatever. I'll just put them out. And I'm going to make the word roll. It doesn't matter for using the wild cards because they're not worth any points. So I'm just get 2 points and I'm going to have to take one of the vowels again. Wrap them up. Put them together. There we go. Chloe's turn. And that's tons of fun. All right. So Chloe gets to play for 3. And in the meanwhile, I get to go. Now, when I hover over my deck, I only have 2 cards in there. So I'm going to have to take all of those cards. So I'm just going to send those to my hand already. Then I flip the rest of the cards. Shuffle them. And I take 3 more cards. So this time I'm just hovering and pressing the number 3. And I am not getting any good hands here. So yeah, I can do Slain. I can do Stool. I can do Sloth. I can do all sorts of stuff with it, but I can only afford another vowel. So in the meanwhile, as you can see, we don't really wait for each other's turns. We just play quickly. So it's Chloe's turn again. And I can't see the cards that you're flipping in your hand, by the way, just so you know. So
were you wanting to?
No, but it looked like you were flipping them. So Chloe is bringing out a word again, and it's going to be troll. Oh no, it's actually troll. I was just getting a little dodge there. So she gets 3 points. Let's hope I get something now that could be really, really cool. So I'm going to get 5. It's another vowel. We've seen this before. I just want to show you guys a good example, but the game's not really doing much for me right now. So I'm going to make a word near. And this is going to give me 3 points. 2 for this one and 1 here. So for 3 points, I'm just going to take ES. Put it in here. Oh, I do have to trash the red guy. And then it's Chloe's turn. Ah, wonderful. That was what I was looking for. So Chloe is using the P well. She's putting it at the start. And she is making the word pass. Pass. That's the word she's making. Pass. So she is going to get 2 extra points for the P. On top of the 2 points she already gets for the P. So that's worth 4. And then 1. Now, if she would have made, for example, the word sip, which is also a good word, it would be only 3 points because the P is not the first letter. So that's how the special ability works, and that's pretty much what I wanted to point out. So Chloe can pick up her points. I'll do one more hand to see where that leads us. So let's shuffle this a bit and flip it and shuffle it and take 3 more cards. Okay, so I get something proper, but oh gosh. All right, let's see. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to come up with a word for this. Well, just to keep things simple, I'm just gonna go with tunes. And let's see. So this is actually really cool because I get a 1 for the T, and then I get a 1 for the N, and I get a 2 for the ES. However, my N here doubles the score of any adjacent card. Now this is a score of 0, but this is a score of 2. So I'm actually getting 4 for the ES, then 1 here, 1 there. So this is worth 6 points, and I get to buy something fancy again. But I think you get the idea of how to play Tabletop Simulator with Paperback at this point, and that's going to be it for this video. Hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.